So you think government contracting is so much more difficult than the current work you're doing? You'll have challenges no matter who you make as your customer. In this video, I'm sharing 7 challenges you must overcome to make the process of becoming a government contractor easier. Let's go. Welcome back to my channel. If you're looking to grow your government contracting business, start now. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel so you get notified when we drop new trainings here. Turn on the notification bell and then like this video. Today, we're going to be talking about some challenges when not addressed can cause you to miss out on opportunities, contracts, and money. Waste your precious time, lose money, miss out on growth opportunities. And also, this is a taste of what I share with my clients inside of my Government Contractor Accelerator program. So welcome aboard. At the end of this video, I'll put a link down below for the Government Contractor Accelerator program. You can definitely check it out. If it's a good fit for you, go ahead, sign up, and I'll see you on the inside. To be honest, once you learn how government contracting works, it's a lot easier than having to work with a lot of different customers in the private sector. Imagine having just 3 to 5 customers versus 50 or even 100 customers to reach your income goal. Let that sit with you for a moment. All right, let's get into 7 big challenges you'll face as a new government contractor. So the first one is finding opportunities. Having the ability to find the right opportunities, not knowing where to look, unsure of your capacity and how to match that up with your customer. And then being able to find your sweet spot. The sweet spot is where you want to live once you identify what it is for you and your business and how that correlates with your customer. That's where you want to live. The second challenge is pricing. All I'm going to say about this is if you don't know how to price your services or your products, you have a big problem. 3, writing proposals. I can't tell you how many times people come to me and they're like, they need help writing their proposals. Now, they still may be missing some foundational things, true, but the bulk of it, I would say, is the proposal. You know, you have to know how to price, and then the other part of that is being able to write a responsive proposal. Now, of course, yes, you can win some of those micro contracts that, you know, maybe they're 5,000, 25,000, those smaller contracts. But if you want to play with the big boys, you're going to have to learn how to write a proposal. And that starts with being able to read the solicitation, understand what they're saying, break it down, pull out the requirements, and then take that information, put it into your proposal, and then be able to submit a responsive proposal. Because let me tell you, if it's not responsive and it's not what they want, here's where it's going to go. This is where your proposal goes, okay? And who wants to put in a lot of time and effort into writing a proposal only to find out you weren't responsive and they're not even going to consider you? All right, comment below. What is your biggest challenge right now as it relates to you getting into government contracting? Let me know in the comments. Now, I had a client that their goal was only to do federal work, period. No state, no city, no county, no private sector, nothing. They just wanted to do federal work. Now, the problem was they had some deficiencies, okay? They didn't have the manpower to be able to do the work that they were looking at getting opportunities with. So they had identified their customer, all of that, but they didn't have the manpower to play at that level. And so they had to fill some deficiencies in order to play in the federal market. Now, once they identified the deficiencies, now, of course, I helped them with that. But once they identified their deficiencies, they were able to move forward, fill in the gaps, and win a very large contract with the federal government. Now, in order to do this, you first must know what your deficiencies are, what your capacity is, what gaps you need to fill. But here's the flip side. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't see the picture when you're the frame. That's just the reality. All right, let's get back to our 7 big challenges. So the fourth challenge is finding good subcontractors. I hear this one over and over again. If you know whatever you're going to offer to the government is going to require you to sub out some work and have to get help from other companies, subcontractors, independent contractors, whoever it may be, this could be a challenge for you because you're looking for people. You need someone that's dependable, that they're able to do the work, that they're going to put out the same type of quality of the work that you would. Because remember, they're representing you. The contract is awarded to you. So anyone you bring to that project, you want to make sure they're dependable, they can do the work, and they're going to do it at the standards that you would like it done in relation to how the customer want it done as well, right? So everything has to be in alignment there. All right, number 5, expanding your resources. If your goal is to, 1, get into government contracting, but 2, you want to grow as a government contractor, you're going to have to expand your resources. So that means wherever you are right now, that's fine for where you're at today, but you always have to look ahead at what is your goal a year from now, 18 months from now, 2 years from now, and what do you need to put in place to get to that next level. It's always going to be a new level. And I always say new level, new devil. Okay, well, each time you hit a new level, you're going to have to expand your resources. How will you do that? So you have to look at your finances. You have to look at workers, expanding your base of customers, independent contractors, employees, subcontractors, teaming relationships. All of that will help you in expanding your resources. Also, if you're going to have to work with suppliers and vendors, you want to also expand those resources, expand those lines of credit, get those increases, build up your cash flow. All of those things entail expanding your resources. When you expand your resources, you can also expand your reach. So if your goal right now is maybe to play in your own backyard or within your state or something like that, as you expand your resources, you can expand out to other states, right? All across the United States if you want to. My philosophy is if it makes dollars, it makes sense. Okay, number 6, floating projects. So you have to have the money to cover the project expenses. Here's what I mean. When you start a project, there's going to be some upfront costs in order to get boots to the ground and start doing the work. So you're going to have to cover that cost until you start receiving payments on the project to where you now can float the project yourself. The 7th challenge that you're going to face is growth. Okay, if you plan to be in the government contracting game over a period of time, have a business that you can sustain your business, grow your business, then you're going to have to look at growth strategies. What is your growth strategies? And I mean, isn't that the goal? We all want to grow. Wherever we were last year, we want to increase our income. We want to expand our reach. We want to take on larger contracts. We want to take on multiple contracts at a time, right? So we want to grow. How are you going to do that? You need to know, what will it take? How much money will you need? What type of workers will you need? Will you need employers, more subcontractors? How will you increase your capacity to perform? And what will it take for you to be able to get into those multiple year contracts? I'm talking about those contracts that are, 1, larger in value, and they're multiple years, so they're longer contracts. Those are the contracts you want to get to. Yes, a lot of people talk about the micros, and those are great to get you started and things like that. But I'm talking about changing the game. I'm talking about changing the game for yourself, your family, and your generations to come. That is always my goal, and I just take it that those that gravitate to me in my community, your goal is the same. You want to change the game. How do you do that? You get into these larger contracts. How do you do that? I gave you 7 challenges, but you also have to always focus on growth and sustainability. And how are you going to increase your capacity? Your capacity will entail how your business is able to grow and at what pace. All right. One of the things I cover in my accelerator program, phase 5, is pace. Because although you can grow really fast, if you can't handle that growth, you'll find yourself out of business. So we have to pace ourselves as well and make sure we can handle the growth and sustain it. So there you have it, 7 challenges you'll face as a new government contractor. So if you'd like to learn how to overcome these challenges with my help, definitely check out my Government Contract Accelerator program, where I'm taking you through the 5 phases that you need to go through to become a government contractor. I'm talking about position, perform, profit, partner, and pace. everything you need to get from where you are and get to the finish line of becoming a government contractor. We're talking pricing, proposals, the challenges I talked about here today is all wrapped into the Government Contract Accelerator program. I'll put the link down below for you. Now, hear this. If you've been hanging out here on my channel for a while and you haven't subscribed, why not? Don't you think it's time for us to partner together on your government contracting journey? Go ahead, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when we drop new trainings right here on the channel, as well as when I go live, and like this video. And if you're feeling, shareable today or giving today, if you're feeling giving today, share this video out to 3 people that you know may benefit from this video here today. So make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this video, and share it out to 3 people, okay? All right, and remember, you're just one contract away. Bye for now.